Going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of Speaking of the WWE. If you missed last week's episode, it's up on my channel now. Go and check it out. And if you didn't watch it, I did speak about Goldberg coming back to WWE. And there's a lot of news on him. They have big plans for him. Big plans for Goldberg. We gotta wait and see what happens, but I do have some news about it. He was offered a ton of money, $2+ million for the upcoming Saudi show. That's sweet Saudi Arabian money. But Vince has big plans for him following the Saudi show. Right now he's on a paid per appearance episodes of Raw, SmackDown, whatever they're gonna place him on. But there's a new angle that could lead to him probably staying to be on SmackDown. Goldberg and leading up to SummerSlam. It could be he wins the championship against Kofi Kingston, and they start a feud. Once Goldberg wins, he starts a feud with Roman Reigns over the title, which I think is a terrible idea because Roman Reigns should not be in the title picture right now. Should not. The guy just got back from cancer, so you gotta have more. I don't know what they're gonna do, but this is all speculation right now. It's rumors. There's also a rumor and reports that Brock is going to be coming back to the SmackDown and going to SmackDown. And all three of these guys, Roman, Brock, and Goldberg, will have a match at WrestleMania 36 for the title. Let's hope not. But both Goldberg and Brock are, like I said, rumored to be part of SmackDown when the Fox deal hits in October. And this is effects for Vince to keep the ratings up, to get the ratings back up, which are down right now, very, very down. We all know the ratings are fading fast. Have better quality television, and your ratings won't be so bad. Last week's Raw and SmackDown hit all-time low. It was noted that television had been falling, and a big drop in ratings in the last few weeks is, it's come as a shock to the company, really. It's down from last year's revenue, and all this is coming to effect because of AEW getting a TV deal, which, to me, is opening the door for new talent to come in onto AEW and leave WWE. But, WWE needs to put on better shows with better creativity. They won't have this problem. Dean Ambrose is no longer Dean Ambrose. He's John Moxley. And I got some rumors on him. But I also do want to bring this up. Some more Lio Rush news. He was offered a 5-year contract worth $3,000. And he turned it down, asking him to double it. And then he asked for his release to the company. There's a lot of going on. Booker T said some things about him. So did Mark Henry. They all saying he's a no good buddy. He's a no good. He's just using the company. And his side of the story is defending himself. But who cares? Good luck in your future endeavors, Lio Rush. Nobody likes you. I don't. Now, in my previous podcast, speaking of WWE episode 3, I said I was going to mention something about Bray Wyatt. I totally forgot. But this is what I wanted to tell you guys about. He had a interesting tweet the other day. He said some Easter eggs in his, according to him, and he had some Easter eggs in his promos he did back in 2015, containing some outlines, which combined a secret message he claims has gone undiscovered for years. And whoever finds it first in fans is going to win a prize. I don't know, nobody knows if this is legit or this is like, him messing around. It's hard to say, but here was the tweet. Let me pull it up. Fun time. Bet you didn't know that in 2015 did 8 consecutive backstage promos where one sentence didn't belong in each of them. But together they make a secret message. No one ever found it. Looks hard enough. First one to get it wins a prize. Fiery Funhouse. It's Bray Wyatt. What else can happen? Luke Harper That's what can happen. Luke Harper is being rumored to be a part of his show now. He hasn't been around since WrestleMania. He's been asked for his release numerous times. He hasn't gotten it. So he's going to be faring on Fiery Funhouse with Bray Wyatt. We got to see what happens there. Now, some news on Dean Ambrose. After parting with ways with WWE, you know, where's he going to go? He's John Moxley now. The plan is that he's not retired, but he could go to other top promotions, including AEW, New Japan, and AEW is calling, but he might sign with TNA. There's been a lot of rumors going around with TNA Impact Wrestling that he could sign with them. And, you know, AEW's got their Double or Nothing pay-per-view coming up. You never know, he could go there. That's John Moxley. But this all could be WWE and them putting in this new character for him. We gotta wait and see what happens there. Some quick news on Carmella. I found this interesting. Carmella is now blonde again. Yeah, she was brunette when she came into SmackDown late in 2018 as a babyface with R-Truth. They had all the dance breaks, 5 second, 10 second, 7 second dance breaks, whatever you want to call them. But she's reportedly going back to blonde now. She's officially back to blonde. And she posted pictures on Twitter of hair blonde, and then she posted a picture of herself. Reports have speculated that she is better blonde, and it fits her character more. And more interesting, she could go back to being a heel. And this could be in the near future in SmackDown. We'll have to wait and see on that. I found that interesting. I figured I'd bring that up. Also, I found this interesting. Mojo Rawley, he's back in the news. He was in backstage promos on, I think, Raw and SmackDown. He was standing behind a mirror, standing in front of the mirror, talking to himself, blah, 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 you know, motivating himself. But he's got a new look. He debuted at Main Event. He got some, like, blue lightning thingies around his eye here. He squashed Heath Slater in a match. So we gotta wait and see what happens with him coming back, maybe to SmackDown or Raw, depending on where the Superstar Shakeup took him. But I found that interesting. And I also found this interesting. Dominic, Rey Mysterio's son, man. He's tall, he's huge, he's actually very brolic. And they are rumored to have signed him to a contract. I don't know the details on the contract, but they did sign him to a contract. And it looks like he's going to be part of this Rey Mysterio feud that he's got with Samoa Joe. Okay. Dominic, you know, I don't know how old he is. Me, I'm 30, 33, 34. He's no younger, probably in his early 20s to be his son. Ray's got to be in his, like, 40s. So we got to wait and see what happens there. I mean, Dominic Mysterio, what are they going to call him? Dominic by himself as a character. Got to wait and see what happens there. Also, AOP. Some news on AOP. They're back. Akam was out with an injury for a while. They are set to return, but expected to appear on SmackDown because of the lack of tag teams that are on Raw. That went to SmackDown now. So there's a bunch of nothing left on SmackDown. There's tag teams. Usos are on Raw. Revival's on Raw. The Viking Experience. Not the War Raiders. Nah. The Viking Raiders, excuse me. They're on Raw. Who else you got on Raw? Gallows and Anderson, who are going to be coming tag together with AJ Styles as part of the club, maybe. Who knows? But they had some lack of tag teams on SmackDown, so they moved them over to SmackDown. AOP will be appearing on SmackDown. Probably with Jake Maverick, a.k.a. Spud. Who knows? Maybe he comes there with them. We gotta wait and see on that, but I found that some news for you guys I wanted to bring up to your attention. And speaking of SmackDown, WWE is hyping up that SmackDown Tag Team titles are going to be crowned the new champions on Tuesday. Shane McMahon is set to announce 2 new people that are going to be the Tag Team champions. Really? You're just going to give the titles away to somebody, not even have a tournament? From what I know, there's no tournament. The team that is rumored to have this title opportunity or be given these titles is the B team for beating up Roman Reigns last week on SmackDown as a reward. Really? The B team. Go B team. Go, go B team. I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think of that. You think the B team should be rewarded the SmackDown Tag Team titles? I think they do because they beat up Roman Reigns, right? Did they really? On SmackDown? Who knows? I forget. It was a week ago. Forgot what I ate for dinner tonight. Some more news on SmackDown. Daniel Bryan. I reported this in my last podcast. He is set to return any day now. He was out for a few weeks with a brief concussion. Nothing crazy, it was reported on Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer Radio. Said that he had a concussion, suffered a concussion, and thought to be cleared. That wasn't too crazy of a concussion. That they just kept it on the wraps, didn't tell anybody, kept him off TV. So we'll have to see when he comes back. It was kept on the wraps. Nobody was knowing about this injury until now. The key of people are aware of the situation. There was no reason for WWE to rush him back at all. But he seems fit. He's ready to go. They just need to find a place for him to put him back on SmackDown. Like, what's it going to be? He was backstage last week on SmackDown. And we'll just have to wait and see what they do with him at the time for him. Right now, what can you do? Put Daniel Bryan back on TV. He's got to work his way back up to WWE's world title. There's no easy passes here anymore, according to these new stipulations WWE has, but it doesn't always happen. Some people were just given a shot right away. And as I told you guys in my other podcast, my very first podcast, speaking of WWE, it's on the channel now. Go ahead and check it out. I mentioned Sasha Banks is not leaving the company. I'll say it again. Sasha Banks is not leaving the company. You want to know why? Because she's going to win Money in the Bank. You heard it here. She's going to win Money in the Bank. Plan right now is that Dana Brooke was the one who replaced her in the match. She's expected to win the match. Expected to win the whole thing. According to Dave Meltzer, report is that she will replace Dana Brooke once she agreed to return to action. There are plenty of theories of Banks potentially returning to take part in the Money in the Bank. Perhaps attacking Brooke beforehand and stealing her spot, turning heel and winning the match. That's what the report is. And with her becoming back in WWE when she decides to, it's going to have to be very soon for Money in the Bank. But she is not leaving the company. She will be back. As of right now, the women that are in the match are Naomi, Alexa Bliss. You got Natalya, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Carmella, Amber Moon, and Sasha Banks, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But she is not leaving the company. I'm going to repeat it again. She is not leaving the company. She is going to possibly win this Money in the Bank and challenge on that same night, or hold on to it forever, and however she wants to see fit. But that's that. There was a lot of theories, she's going to be returning or not, but I don't think so. I think she's just going to come back and do her thing as a heel. Also, more SmackDown news. I got a lot of SmackDown news this week. John Cena has been reported to come to us. Major start to the Blue Band when Fox deal hits in October, along with The Undertaker as well, being on SmackDown. He's been on SmackDown forever. He hasn't been on Raw since the very first shake-up that they had with wrestling. Excuse me. With their wrestling superstar shake-ups, drafts, whatever they've had. Undertaker hasn't been on Raw for more than like a month on SmackDown. He's been on SmackDown for God knows how long. And staying with SmackDown, some SmackDown news. Vince McMahon may have Becky Lynch drop the Raw title to Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans, folks, is going to be your new Raw champion, excuse me. Well, Becky will remain the SmackDown champion. She'll beat Charlotte at Money in the Bank, but lose to Lacey Evans. This looks something that they could do to cement Lacey Evans as a top star. Let her wave her way into the top stardom of Raw. They're a little worried about Lynch's momentum and the fans might turn on her or whatever, but I don't know. Becky Lynch is one of the top women right now in WWE. I don't think fans are going to turn on her. They'll keep her on SmackDown. They're going to keep her away from Raw. And she's already penciled in for a WrestleMania match at 36. I'm not going to give away details. I don't know any. So why give it away if I don't know? But she is penciled in for a WrestleMania match. And finally, I finally got some news on the upcoming pay-per-view. Roman Reigns is set for a feud at the new pay-per-view called Stomping Grounds, which is replacing Backlash. The original plan was scheduled for June, but Saudi Arabia is going to take place in June because of AEW's and Double or Nothing. He's set to have a feud with Randy Orton as one of the main events of the Backlash pay-per-view. Excuse me, Stomping Ground. That's that new pay-per-view they're calling it. And it could start at the Saudi Arabian show, which is yet to be named as well. It's on June 7th, and it's led to be rescheduled here and there. I don't know any full more details, but they are being advertised as a match, Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns. That's all the news I got for you guys today. It's short, but I wanted to get something out for you guys tonight before I go to bed, which I'm going to do now. Very tired, had a long day, raining all day here in New York. So what I want you guys to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell for all notifications of my channel. And I will be providing a Raw review tomorrow night. After Raw is over, of course. So please, again, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell, the little bell icon for all notifications. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.